I want y'all to get ready. This shit is about to be so hot. It's my one friend recording her special. Y'all ready to get into Lesbian After? Just my friend Amanda. Y'all better laugh. Y'all better be the best audience. Everybody start
recording. It means so much to me to have y'all here, to have a full room. This is my dream. Comedy is my dream, and you're part of this dream tonight. And I'm so honored that we get to share this experience together. We're here, whatever's going on in the world, we're here to laugh. We're here to laugh communally and have a good time. Thank you, this is my absolute dream. It wasn't always my dream. When I was a kid, I had different dreams. When I was a kid, my dream was to be a baseball umpire. You know the padding they wear? I don't need it. I wanted to be a baseball umpire. I think it's a great job. You know, they get to travel around a lot. I like baseball. And my favorite thing of all, you get to tell men when they strike out. That joke is a home run in my book. I think a lot of y'all know me. For those who don't know me, I live here in New Orleans. I've lived here for 17 years. Yes, I am gay. And I have as many disabled cats as you think I have. I got 2 cats that each have one eye. I got 1 cat with no tail. I just need 2 amputees and I'll have lesbian bingo. What I'm trying to say is I am that bitch. With too many cremated cats in her living room. When you are a 42-year-old lesbian, that's what happens. That's what happens. When people ask how many cats I have, I gotta be like, alive or dead? I keep the dead ones on the mantle in the living room. You gotta let the live ones know to get in line. And I know it sounds like I just murder cats and put them in my living room. I understand that, but don't worry, they were well loved, they were well cared for, I promise you. I promise. You can ask my vet, she drives a Porsche now. I'm just here to tell you, as a 42-year-old lesbian, your living room starts to look like dead Pottery Barn. Just true stories up here. You knew I was gay though, right? You came to Happily Lesbian After, you knew. I get the haircut, save myself on time. I do. This haircut comes with a kitten and a Virginia Woolf book. I call it the dyke do. I'm allowed to say it. I call it the dyke do. It is the perfect haircut for eating pussy. I'll explain. Thought some of y'all would get it. It is. It's the perfect haircut for eating pussy. You could tell where her hair ends and yours begins. It's great. It's beautiful. And you have a window. So if you're into the pussy, you leave it open. If not, you just close it and get down to business. Y'all guys can use that one too. I'm not supposed to help them, but I drink a lot, Except you, sir. Sorry about that. I am in the LGBTQIA community. We all have our category, right? I'm the L in the LGBTQIA, lesbian L. We're number 1 in the order. Just want to note that for the record. But we got to stand out. You got to stand out. So you got to have a subcategory, right? So I'm category lesbian, subcategory soft butch. Soft butch. What that means for me in my life is I've never had a problem using a women's restroom. Like, no one's ever hassled me, but no one will arm wrestle me. That's where I'm at. I'm soft. I cry at everything. I cry at absolutely everything. I don't know if anyone watched the Oscars earlier this year. I cried at everyone's acceptance speeches. I didn't see a single one of those movies. I didn't know what a Nora was. I was like, is this a person, place, or thing? Like, it sounds like a weird fish. Like, I don't know, but I'm sitting there watching these speeches. I'm crying. I'm getting all snotty nosed. But then I also have to punch a wall, you know? Gotta have balance. Soft butch. The butch part makes people think I can fix stuff, right? People look at me and they think I'm handy. I'm not handy. I can't fix anything. I've never changed a tire in my life. I can't do any of that stuff. Like the other night, my power went out, which in New Orleans means your AC goes out, and it gets real hot, and I just waited for my wife to wake up and fix it. She did, but she was not happy about it. She was not happy about it. You'll never forget, though, like I'll never forget the moment that I became gay. You never forget that moment. For me, it was birth. Or for you conservatives out there, conception. I don't know, though. My whole life, though, like, everyone knew I was gay my whole life. Everybody knew. Like, when I was born, my afterbirth was a tool belt. Then I just took that tool belt and I sewed my mom right back up. I'm not handy. She looks real messed up down there. Don't tell her I said that. I don't know, though. I like living in New Orleans. I like being gay in New Orleans. Yeah, like everyone here is so cool about it. Everyone's great about it. But I travel around. I do comedy in other places. I tour other places. And they don't always get that I'm gay. They don't always understand it. Like a couple months back, I was in New York. I was doing a comedy tour in New York. And every bar I went to, like some dude was hitting on me. I know, I couldn't figure it out. I'd look in the mirror and I'm like, nope, still gay as shit. Like, what is happening? So I'm at this one bar, right? And this dude comes up to me and I'm like, nah, man, get out of here. Second guy comes up and I was like, absolutely not. Then I see a third guy, I see him across the room, making intense eye contact with me. And I know he's gonna approach because he was doing this shit with his eyebrows. Ladies, they still do that in 2025. I did not know that either. I didn't know that. I was trying to get out of there. I was trying to pay my tab and get out of there before he came up to me. I didn't do it fast enough. He came up to me, and before he could say a single word to me, I was like, sir, I'm gonna stop you right there. I was like, you can't tell I'm gay as shit. And this guy just looks at me and he shrugs and he's like, I just thought you were from Staten Island. Do we have anyone from Staten Island here? I will fight you. Here's the thing with Staten Island. Staten Island makes women that look like me and men that look like Pete Davidson. The reason why is someone has to shovel the snow. And it's not gonna be Pete. I've seen those scrawny arms. He can hide them behind all the tattoos that he wants. It's not working. I think it's really important for queer comics when we get on stage to let you know that we're queer, to let you know that's part of our identity, it's part of who we are. I think it's, especially in 2025 where there's places where you can't even say gay, it's so important for us to have queer spaces and queer community, and for us to be here, I'm queer, I got a microphone, and I'm gonna fucking use it, you know? It's important, and I think a lot of queer comics, it's important for us to talk about it on stage. I also think, at least for me, I like to talk about it on stage because coming out in real life is much harder, right? Coming out in real life, it's hard, it's scary. Like, you know this information that you are sharing with another person that is receiving it for the first time. And they have to process that all in that moment. It's scary. Like, you could lose your friends, your family, your home. I was so scared when I came out to my parents. I was so nervous about it, and I came out to them, and immediately they got worried for me. They were like, Amanda, we're worried you're gonna have a hard life. And I was just like, Mom, Dad, if you're worried I'm gonna have a hard life, then give me some fucking money. Like, give me all the money. I am fine with my identity as a lesbian, but my identity as a broke person, that can go fuck itself. Right? I'm like, Mom, Dad, get in here. Let's pray away that poor. Pray it Oh, I don't want to be gay for pay. I want to be gay with pay. You know? I didn't come out till I was 23. And honestly, if I had known about pegging, I would have waited another 2 to 3 years. I would have done it. I wish just once when I was dating a guy and he had said to me, I want to fuck you so bad, that I could have been like, no, I want to fuck you so bad. I wish when he was like, I want to be inside of you, I was like, same girl. I don't know, though. I'm glad I came out. I am, because I'm just going to say when one back door closes, you realize you were supposed to be in the house across the street in the first place. It's hard coming out, though. I remember when I was coming out, it was hard for me to do it. So what I did was I got a really hot girlfriend, and then I told everyone I get to see her naked. And that made it really easy. I got a lot of high fives. It was really cool. My first girlfriend, though, she was fucking perfect, y'all. She was hot, she was nerdy, and she was a Jehovah's Witness. Has anyone fucked around with a Jehovah's Witness? If you haven't, do it. Do it. Highly recommended. I'll say this. They don't celebrate any holidays, right? I'd have to buy her shit for Christmas. I'd have to buy her anything for her birthday. Like, she didn't even know when her birthday was. It was fantastic. And I'll say this, she was a witness in the streets, but she was very much a participant in the sheets. She really knew how to ring my doorbell. That one hurts us all, but I gotta say it. It was hard, though. This was my first girlfriend. Like, I wanted to go to Pride. I wanted to hold her hand in public, and she was very much not out and not ready to do that. So we broke up. I was devastated, so I texted my mom looking for some comfort. Texted my mom. I said, hey, Mom, I just got broken up with. And my mom texted me back, and she said, well, I just lost my Scrabble tournament. So I guess we both had a bad weekend. And I was like, yeah, Mom, my heart just got stomped on, and you can't pick a consonant to save your life. We're definitely relating right now. Definitely relating. I was devastated. I wanted to go on my own healing journey, you know? I wanted to do the eat, pray, love thing. That's what everyone was doing back then, eat, pray, love. But I couldn't afford eat, pray, and love. I could only afford one, so I did the eat part. I went to Italy. I went to Italy by myself for 10 days to heal myself. And right before I went to Italy, I met this girl, Emily. And I was like, she is the one. And when I went to Italy, I made a wish in every single fountain that Emily would be mine when I got back. And I got back home, and Emily was with my first girlfriend. Because every city's a small town when you're a lesbian. No, it's hard getting out there, you know, it's tough. I had a girlfriend I dated for 5 years, and when we broke up, my best buddy, my straight guy friend, came over to my house, and he's like, look, I don't know how to tell you this, but I just found your ex-girlfriend on straight Bumble. And I was like, get in here, I gotta see this. I absolutely wanna look at this profile. So we sit down, we're going through her profile, and we get to the bottom of her profile, and it says that my ex-girlfriend of 5 years now identifies as an LGBTQIA ally. So my ex-girlfriend of 5 years now identifies as a straight ally on straight Bumble. So I was like, either this pussy's so good that she could never look at another pussy again, or this pussy's so bad that I have become a gay conversion camp. Send them to me, I'll send them back straight. We got a motto and everything, y'all. We do know, I didn't know how to date. We don't have a lesbian bar in New Orleans, you know? I don't know where to go to meet people. I don't know who's straight, who's not, who's in a relationship, who's not. Like, when I would try to go out and meet people, I'd just get dressed in orange and go to Home Depot, you know? Like, hoping someone would talk to me. I just remember there was this one night, I was so desperate that I went in my bathroom, I turned the lights off, and I said Bloody Mary 3 times. She showed up, y'all. She won't leave. They don't tell you how to do that. But after that, I realized I needed help. I needed to get myself together, you know. I wanted to go out and meet my person, and I needed to look within first. So I got into therapy. We have any therapy people out here? Give it up for therapy. Hell yeah. I love, you learn so much about yourself in therapy. You learn so much about yourself. I learned that I'm a beta, and I know this because my therapist told me so. And I said, yes, ma'am. That was our whole conversation about it. Now, I went to therapy to get help because I was like, look, I know my problem. You know, it's good when you tell a therapist you know your problem. I said, I know my problem. I said, I just love a hot mess. That's it. I love a hot mess. When I see a hot mess, I just walk right up to her. And I'm just like, girl, are you a natural disaster? Because I'm FEMA. I'm getting in there. I'm going to house you. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to take care of you, girl. But I did a lot of the work with my therapist. And what I realized is it wasn't that I was blaming them. It was me. I'm the hot mess the whole time. It's the hot mess the whole time. And that example I just gave you, I'm FEMA. I show up late. I deny all your valid claims. And whatever spending money I give you is never enough. Never enough. I did it though. I did it. I went to therapy. I healed myself. I got back out there, and y'all, I got married. I did it. I found my happily lesbian after. I did, and I'm so honored. My wife is here tonight. Her family's here. I'm so honored. I love her. I love my wife with my whole heart. And 2 to 5 fingers. I just have fistfuls of love for that one. I was ready. I was ready to settle down. I was ready. I'd done the therapy. I'd done the work. And honestly, I was tired of getting out there. It was different. It was different when I was getting, I got married at 40, by the way. I got married at 40. So when I was getting closer to 40, it was getting harder. I don't know if we have anyone in their 20s or if anyone remembers being in their 20s and dating. We don't want to. I get it. I'd be in my 20s. I'd go out. I'd have a wing woman. We'd go to the bar. I'd meet someone at the bar. And I'd text my wing woman, hey, I met this girl, Jessica. I'm going to her house tonight. If you don't hear from me tomorrow, I've been murdered. When I was getting into my late 30s, I'd go out with my wing woman. I'd meet a girl. I'd text my wing woman, hey, I met this girl. I'm taking her to my house tonight. Because if I die, it's going to be in my own fucking bed. I got a sleep number, y'all. I'm not dying on Jessica's air mattress on the floor. I'm not doing it. I got married for the first time at 40, and I thought that was old as shit to get married for the first time I did. But recently, my wife and I went to her great Aunt Janet's wedding. And great Aunt Janet, y'all, she got married for the first time at 73 years old. Yeah, y'all can give it up for Aunt Janet. Aunt Janet's finally giving it up, you know. She's real Catholic. She took that love is patient Corinthians thing really fucking seriously. She married Frank, 83 years old. Full head of hair. Full head of hair. That's all anyone could talk about at the wedding. Frank had a full head of hair. And I believe it. Because I'm 5'2" and I was taller than every single person at that wedding. But I'm thinking to myself, great Aunt Janet, why now? Why at 73 are you getting married? And then I realized it's a lot easier to commit the rest of your life to somebody at 73 years old. She's like, Frank, I'm going to give you 10 good years and 7 weird ones. I wanted a wedding ring when I got married. I wanted a wedding ring. It was important for me to let you know to back up. It was important. I wanted a wedding ring, but I don't wear jewelry. I haven't worn jewelry in 20 years. My ear holes have closed up. I don't wear necklaces, bracelets. I don't even wear a watch. So I was just worried if I got all of a sudden this really expensive wedding ring that I would lose it, I'd break it, I'd put it down somewhere and walk away. So I wanted to get myself something affordable. So I went on the internet. I didn't go on Amazon, too expensive. I went on Temu, y'all. I got myself a 2-pack for $3.99. I'm wearing it right now. I was never so excited for a package from Temu. It arrived at my house, and I opened it up, and it was this square box that just said wedding rings on it. I put it on, fit perfectly, unlike anything else I've ever bought on Temu. And I looked down at my Temu wedding ring, and it has 2 words on it that weren't in the description and were not on the package. My Temu wedding ring just says, "Keep going." And honestly, that's the best marriage advice I've ever gotten. I don't know if it's because I was 40 when I got married, but everyone came out of the woodwork with advice for me. Whether they'd never been married before, they've been divorced 3 fucking times, everyone's like, "Amanda, I have the magic words that are gonna make your love last." People would tell me things. Has anyone heard, like, don't go to bed angry? Yes. Yeah? Have you heard, like, always say I love you? Like, you have to say the words every single day. Let her hear them. They say, always communicate. Be transparent about your feelings. Share all the time. Be on the same page with that. You know what Temu said? Temu said, "Buckle up, bitch." It's going to be a bumpy fucking ride. But you're going to look down at that ring and you're going to keep going. My wife and I are talking about having kids. Yeah. I never thought I wanted kids. I didn't. And then I found out that drag queens read to kids in libraries. And if you show up without a kid, they don't like it. No, we're talking about having kids, and here's the thing. I love my wife, and I want to give her the world. I want to take her everywhere. I want to make sure all her needs are met, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, everything. I want to give her the world, but I cannot give her a baby. I can't do it. My finger guns are shooting blanks. So we're talking about a sperm donor, and I don't trust a random sperm donor. I don't trust it. I know I have a friend who's 40 now. She was a product. Her mom used a sperm donor, and they didn't know then there was going to be ancestry DNA and all that stuff, right? So she went to the sperm bank, and they told her, this guy's 6'5", Harvard graduate. 40 years later, my friend's on Ancestry DNA. She finds out he's 5'6". Went to Harvard Elementary School. Can't trust it. So then I thought, okay, we'll ask someone we know, right? And I thought, how hard could it be to get a sperm from a dude? They give that shit out like they're Pez dispensers, Like they're Mardi Gras floats and the beads are their sperm. Until a lesbian asks. Then they all become like Gollum in Lord of the Rings, It's like, my precious, my precious. I know I said I've lived in New Orleans 17 years. I'm originally from Los Angeles. And in 2 weeks, I am returning to Los Angeles. My wife and I are moving to Los Angeles. I know, boo. Boo. You should cheer for this. It's a recording. We're gonna cut it all. It's gonna sound like uproarious. Get out of town. Get out of here. No, I do appreciate that. I do. I never thought I'd move back to LA because, like, growing up there, and every time I go to visit, I just thought people were so mean. I thought people were so mean there. Like, they just come up to you on the street and they just say things to your face, Like, people come up to me on the street and they'd be like, "You're short." I'm like, I know. I've been this height since I was 12. I've had a lot of time to reflect on it. But I don't know what happened after COVID. I think a life-threatening disease kind of softened them a little bit because they've been nice since then. Every time I go back, people are so nice to me. Like, I was in the grocery store last time I was there, and someone came up to me, and they're like, "You're short." let me reach that on the top shelf for you. And I said, no, I am a strong, independent woman. You lift me up so I can reach it for myself. I know the moment that I was like, I have to leave New Orleans. There was this moment, it was last year, I saw in the news. I don't know if anyone else saw this. It was at the prison, at Orleans Parish Prison. Not the escapees. We were not worried about them at all. This is a city full of criminals, 10 more. I slept fine. No, it was last year, there was a story that there was a lot of rats. There was an infestation of rats at the prison. And they were eating through the walls. And then they got into the evidence room. And they ate all the cocaine. And the superintendent's on the news, and she's like, these rats won't shut the fuck up. And they never sleep. We don't know what to do. And I realized I cannot live in a city where rats have better cocaine than I do. Cannot fucking do it. It's hard telling people that I'm leaving after so long. I think that's why I do it on stage. It's a little easier that way. The hardest person it was to tell was my therapist, because I felt like I was breaking up with her. And I didn't want to. I was like, we can make this work. Right? We can do long distance. We can make it happen with the technology. And she's just like, I don't have a license in California. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving for 2 weeks, so get on it, girl. My wife's also preparing to move. She's never lived in California before. It'll be her first time living there. She's preparing. Every day, my wife wakes up, and she goes in the bathroom, and she looks in the mirror. And that's it. That's how she prepares. No, I'm kidding. She wakes up every day. She goes in the bathroom, she looks in the mirror, and she says, I will not join a yoga cult. I will not join a yoga cult. I will not join a yoga cult. And then one day, she's like, but how do I know if I'm in a yoga cult? And I was like, oh, you're definitely joining a yoga cult. It's definitely happening. My wife and I, when we went on our honeymoon, we went to Greece. It was a lifelong dream of mine to go. It was wonderful. We had a 10-day trip on the mainland, and we had a Greek tour guide that took us around the mainland, showed us everything, and told us all these Greek mythological stories. It was great. We got to go to the Parthenon. We got to go to Olympia, where the first Olympics were. We got to go to the Oracle at Delphi and have a Greek tour guide telling us Greek mythological stories. It was amazing. So one day, he's telling us the story of the centaurs. Do we all know the centaurs? Mm-hmm. Man up top, horse on the bottom. So one day, the centaurs are sitting around, and you got Alexander, and you got Mykonos, and you got fucking Dave. And they're all hanging out, and fucking Dave is like, let's go get wasted, boys. That's how they talked. A Greek tour guide told me that. It's official. And Alexander's like, I don't know, dude. Every time you say we should go get wasted, something bad happens. And Dave's like, but beer? And they're like, yeah, cool, let's go. They're half man, half horse, so they hoof it into town. Go to the first bar they see, and they start drinking. They're taking shots, they're pounding beers, they're having a good time. And then all of a sudden, fucking Dave is like, you know what we're missing, boys? Women. And they look around the bar, and they see the Amazon warrior women. And Dave's like, we should go approach them. And Alexander's like, I don't know, dude, they don't look very interested. And Dave's like, not till they meet me. Of course. So they go over, they hit on the Amazon warrior women. Alexander was right, they're not interested. Not only that, but they kick their asses. And the whole town sees, and everybody's laughing at the centaurs, and the centaurs pass out in the streets. And they wake up the next day, and they're so hungover. And they're looking, the sun's just like too bright, and they're looking at each other, and they're like, fucking Dave, we knew this was gonna happen, and here we are. And the town's laughing at them. Everyone knows what happened. It's very public, everyone knows. And the centaurs are so embarrassed that they moved to caves in the forest for centuries. And my Greek tour guide, he's like, this is a lesson that men should not overdrink. And I was like, no. This is a lesson that men will never apologize. Even if it means moving to caves in the forest for centuries. Oh man, y'all have been so much fun. I got one more joke for y'all. I'm just so happy to be up here. This has been such an honor. I thank everyone for coming out, for supporting local comedy, for being there for me before I moved. I'm going to take this with me, and it means the absolute world to me. And I thank you. We had people travel from Nashville, from Mississippi, all to be here, and it's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do this for y'all. It really is my dream, and I do appreciate that so much. When I got married, I thought that was the relationship pinnacle, right? I have met my person. I have found my happily ever after. And I'm taking that journey of life with my partner. We are all in. We are casket for two, you know? We're doing this thing. And I thought that's the peak of Mount Everest of relationship status, like Mario reaching the castle. But I'm here to tell you there is a relationship level higher than marriage. And my wife and I, we've reached it together. And that is going sex toy shopping as a married couple. I'm not going to ask the marrieds out there if you've done it. If you haven't, do it. It hits different, I promise you. Promise you. We went sex toy shopping together. We bought ourselves a glow-in-the-dark dildo. So now we're ready for hurricane season. All right, I've been Amanda G. Thank you.